Assalamualaikum beautiful people, peace be upon you all. Welcome to AKTV Useful Talk Show. We all talk, we all speaking, but how many of us talking which is good for others? How many of us talking which is bring smile to others? Did you ever think of it? My dear viewers, time is short, life is short to talk useless. From that purpose, AKTV bring to you guys a program which is called Useful Talk Show. Today, I have got two brilliant, talented, awesome guests. On your right hand side, we have Tracey. On your left hand side, we have Nandi. So, both of you, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
All right. First of all, I would like to go to Tracey. And today, we're going to talk about entrepreneurship. So, as far as I know, Tracey, she's an corporate job holder plus an independent business woman. So, today we're going to know from Tracey how she comes up from corporate job holder into a business lady. So Tracey, can you please tell us how you manage these things and how you get that idea that you, one side you have a job to do for the company and another side you're doing your own things. So where you get that idea and why you want to do that is not difficult for you. Can you explain us?
Sure, Ahmed. So what happened during lockdown, I was working from home with my corporate job. And my husband's got his own business, he's in audiovisual, and his income took a big knock. So for the first 3 months or so during lockdown, he couldn't sell any of his products, and he had one income, which was mine. And during that time, I'm very much a believer in vision boards. My husband and I live with vision boards, and everything we put on there often comes to pass. And I put on my vision board during that time, I need another opportunity to supplement our income. And so I was open to opportunities, and one day I got a call from a gentleman from Herbalife who mentioned the business opportunity. It's not a big financial investment, but if you start running with it and working with your network, providing A, healthy products, and B, there's an opportunity to make money, that is basically what I did. I ran with the idea, and that's what I'm doing now. And it isn't taking up a lot of my own personal work time, it's taking up my own personal time. So I do a lot of my advertising early in the mornings or in the evenings, and by connecting with my network and obviously beyond that as well.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So you were basically saying that the situations made you to bring something new idea in your mind, and that's how you become a business lady.
Yes.
All right, that's great. That's great. So how are you feeling that to be your own boss? Before you was in some others company and work for them, and now you work for yourself, be your own boss. How that is feel? How you manage that, and how do you encourage to others to do that?
So you know what has absolutely been wonderful? A lot of people will talk about pyramid schemes and they associate Herbalife with a pyramid scheme. But the question I have to ask, and that's come up in my mind during this time, is corporate not a pyramid scheme? But it's a stagnant pyramid scheme. So you can only get this far and earn that much. And as hard as you work, unless someone promotes you or there's something happens that you can move up or to another company move up, you're going to stay pretty much stagnant. Whereas with Herbalife, the harder you work and the more you network, and actually it's not even hard work, I'm having so much fun because it's beautiful products. They really do transform your health, your life. But it's actually making money, and the world is literally my oyster now. So I'm loving it. It's giving me a reason to wake up in the morning and be excited about life again.
The one thing I like while you're talking that you enjoyed it and you love it to do that.
Yes.
So my dear viewers, this is the very important message we got from Tracey, that what she's doing is really important things she's doing for herself, even to our viewers out there. And the things I try to say that what we get from her, that is, if you do something, whatever it is, whether you are a corporate job holder, whether you are your own boss to doing business, you have to love it. It must come from your heart to do that. Then only you can do something different at the time. All right, thank you so much, Tracey, for your valuable opinion and experience shared to us. Now we are going back to Nandi. Nandi, as far I know that you are complete and full-time business lady.
Yes.
So what you do in your business and how do you come up to startup?
Okay, I started last year in 2019. Actually, this idea I got when I went to China Mall with my mom. So we were able to source some of the clothing. I saw some nice material and the pricing was really good. And I thought, you know what, let me bring it this side to 4 ways. So I've been in the business for a year now. It's mostly on Instagram. That's where I sell my products. So I buy and then I sell.
Oh, you mean that,
yes.
yeah, online basis?
Yes, online basis,
okay.
Yeah, only on online.
And you have any shops that you opened yet, or you have any plan to open your own shop, something like that?
In future,
Clothing
yes,
shop.
I would like to have a shop of my own. But at the moment, all my clothing are at home, and then I use a courier service to deliver nationwide. Cape Town, George,
wow, that's nice.
Name it, doorstep. Yes.
Okay,
yes,
that's very nice.
Courier service, and then they charge me 100 Rand.
No,
and that's it. You know? Yeah. So I can send it to anybody, anyway. And so many items as you want, as you purchase, you can put it in there. Okay.
So basically, I can say that you are online business lady at the moment, which is you selling your goods.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, that's very nice. Yes. And the secondly, I would like to know from you, that is, when you're starting that business. What kind of difficulties do you face, or you don't face any difficulty to start up?
You just have to do a lot of research. You know, you have to source very good quality clothing at a reasonable price as well. But mostly what I pick is something personally that I would wear. I wouldn't want to pick something that I wouldn't wear myself. Why would I expect a customer to wear that? Okay. So most of the items that are on there, it's choices that I love to wear.
Okay, yes. So it means that you're saying that we must think properly and resource nicely before we start anything.
Yes.
So that's what you can get big success in your life.
Yes.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. So your business is doing very well.
Yes, it is doing well. Well, during the COVID lockdown, from level 5 to about level 2, I couldn't go and source my clothing. Okay. There were roadblocks, it was closed everywhere, and you know, there was a lot of the customers were financially constrained.
Yeah. During the lockdown, the pandemic all over the world is affecting us. We have to accept it. But after this lockdown, now we are in level 1 and we are allowed to do our things. So you think that is picking up again, and you're gonna do your work hard to become your place, to become your own plate, isn't it?
That's right. Yes, yeah. It's doing much better than it was at the beginning. Yeah. I think now, because also I sell caftans. One of them is the one I'm wearing now. Okay. It's one size fit all, and I can sell it to anyone. There are no size issues, so anyone can have it. And then men also buy for their ladies and for moms. You know, so this is the one for me. That's a hot seller at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, so that works perfectly.
All right. Thank you so much that for telling us your story and experiences share with us. All right. Now I'm going to Tracey again to ask about the young generations. Like both of your conversations has made me feel that determinations and your aim, your ambitions can make things happen. So we are really feeling sometimes frustrated because a lot of youngsters out there, they're saying that there is no job. So how you can evaluations of that comments of the youngsters, there's no job, and how can we solution that to avoid that complaint? What do you think about that?
No, I agree with you 100% that the younger generation is struggling, a lot of them, with regards to that. Yeah. What the younger generation has as a huge advantage is they're very much technologically savvy, they're into social media. The world is actually their oyster. I know I said it before with the other comments I made, but they've got access to online business opportunities that maybe they're just not aware of. So, for example, with Herbalife, I've done most of my stuff online by connecting via my networks. Again, like Nandi was saying, you order the products online, it gets delivered straight to their doorstep. So it's not you don't have to physically be at an office or working an 8 to 5 job or whatever the case is. So all it requires is a little bit of investment to become a member with Herbalife, and then you become an independent distributor, and you connect up online by your network.
Even though it is in Herbalife, there's a many platforms for the young generations.
There's many platforms. There's other opportunities like that, and they really just need to go and investigate online business opportunities. And there is literally a lot of different things they can look at doing. And with, for example, with Herbalife, it's kind of a unisex approach because both men and women can do it. They've got sports products, health products. It's not just limited to women, for example.
So as we talking that about determinations and that ambitions, if we have that kind of confidence ourselves, we doesn't have to complain there is no job. We should create our own job instead of complain there is no job. 100%. That's what we are basically saying. All right, thank you so much. So my dear young brothers and sisters, as we understood already that complaint is not a solution. Only our action can make us solutions. And Tracey's mentioned about technology. Tracey and Nandi, do you know, my research says in 2040 to 2050, there will be no job holder because of technology. If I give you an instant example, CCTV killed the security guard job. Drone killed the cameraman job. When they are making a film, there is a hit and run shoots, which can take on hire by aeroplane. So before 20 years back, the filmmaker have to hire the aeroplane. The filmmaker, producer have to hire the cameraman. And the filmmaker have to hire the camera. So because of the drone, that H3 drone, that job is gone. So my dear youngsters, please try to understand. In future, job holder market is very dangerous. So we have to do something ourselves, create our own job using the technology and make your life better. And Tracey and Nandi, if I give another example of Alibaba, that online platform, the selling online the product like you do. The owner is Mr. Jack Ma.
Yes.
That is Chinese, and he established himself because of that online business. I think he's from 35 to 40 years old times, he become a multi-millionaire only using technology. And Mr. Jack Ma was failed in his university, in his college, in every job interview. Once, one of conference, he said, I was interviewed in KFC, become a waiters. There was a 30 waiter and waitress interviewed. 29% was accepted. Only 1% was rejected, and that was him, Mr. Jack Ma. And that Jack Ma now is multimillionaire owner of Alibaba online platform. So, my dear friends, please, I hope you guys understood for our conversations. So now I'm going to Nandi. Nandi, what do you see about the young generations? The youths are really complaining a lot, which is not make sense at all, and which is to me is useless, as we are in useful talk show. So say something which is useful for those who are always complaining there's no job, no money, struggling. So how do you relations it, and how do you come up solutions?
Where I source my products, You can find clothing that are very, very cheap. I mean, I think somehow if you do get a hold of some kind of money, let's say 500 rand. I started with 1,000 rands, my business. And I got all these clothing, not a lot. And then that's where I started to grow. And I put my profits aside, and then I used that as well to go and buy again. And then I just continue doing that. I love what I do. I've been in the fashion industry for a very long time. My first job was working at a fashion clothing store. So ever since then, for me, this is my passion. Yeah. So you need to find something that you like. It doesn't have to be clothing. It can be something else that you want to sell, but you can just start small. There are always opportunities. There's the Instagram, I use that, and it doesn't really cost me much. You know, the internet, Facebook, all these social sites that are freely available to be
So
used.
basically you are saying the same things of Tracey said, that you use your mind and become your own entrepreneurships and think yourself what you want to do. And another thing is more important, you said about the invest. Invest doesn't matter at all. And the all you need is your determinations and is your aim and is your passions. Yes. So dear youths out there, please wake up. It's the time to wake up. Otherwise the darkness side is coming very soon because of technology. And others things I should tell you guys, you have to love it what you're doing. You have to enjoy it what you're doing. Identify yourself. What is the best quality in you? Please, then you move towards that. Then only you become a successful. So Tracey, tell me that about Nandi said about investment. It doesn't matter. How do you feel that does investment actually really matter to start your own, to be your own boss, or to start a business? How do you feel that? How do you relation that?
So I think to Nandi's point, you don't have to, the barrier to starting your own business should not be finances. If you've got an idea, you can start small. So for example, to become a member with Herbalife, it's 500 Rand. And from there you can go on. You can make that 500 Rand by mowing your parents' lawn or the neighbour's lawn and earning money if you don't have it, you understand?
The family support.
It's a base that you start off with, and you don't need thousands of rand to open a shop and to, yes, dream big, but let the vision unfold over time. So start small, and there's actually a proverb that says, don't despise small beginnings. Humble beginnings, actually, if you work through it, they can become, your vision can be met, but it's just that constant, persistent work, and eventually one day it can just open up for you, and before you know it, your humble beginnings have become incredible, and where you actually envisioned you wanted to be in the first place.
Okay. All right. It's really a good thought that you said that invest is really doesn't matter at all if you have your ambitions in right way. Anyhow you can start, because there is a will and there is a way. That is the main things. If my dear viewers, especially the young generations, if I can ask you, do you know that guy you are seeing on the screen, Mr. Busi? If you guys really don't know him, if you don't know him yet, please, I requesting to you, search Busi in YouTube, Instagram or Facebook. You're gonna know who is that, and he might be your idol of entrepreneurships. And that programs I would like to dedicate it to Mr. Busi, because he is really a motivator to the young generations. Salute Mr. Busi from AKTV. All right. So Tracey, you said that you're selling herbal product, which is very good for human beings' body. It's a healthy nutrition to make themselves fit. So explain me about your product. Maybe our viewers might get help by you.
Herbalife was actually started by a gentleman by the name of Mark Hughes, and his mother was actually a famous actress,
Okay.
And what happened was she would live on diet pills to maintain her weight and her body. And she actually ended up dying as a result of the toxicity of taking those diet pills. And so he developed a passion for nutrition and realized people actually want to manage their weight, be healthy, without doing it in an unhealthy way. And also these days, if you look at the world population, there's a lot of obesity, diabetes, etc. So people are overfed and undernourished. And what happens is we eat to get the nutrients that we need, but then because the food is not nourishing, we start craving, and that's when we start eating more, eating sugary things, craving food that's actually not nourishing us.
Okay.
And what's wonderful about the Herbalife products is it's perfectly formulated with all the nutrients, the minerals, the vitamins, and the energy levels that you need to maintain your body and to keep it healthy. So, for example, they've got their core products is called the Stamp range. It's their big 5 products. So they've got a Formula 1 shake, which is a meal replacement. And that, because it's got everything your body needs, actually curbs your cravings. So it works very well to manage your weight from that point of view. They've got a protein mix. You also need protein to remain healthy. So they've got that. They've got an aloe solution, which is to detoxify your system, cleanse your gut, etc. Helps with your skin as well. They've got a multi-fiber, so obviously if you're taking shakes, you need fiber for your gut to be, your system to be regular as well. And then last but not least, they've got a thermogenic tea or instant herbal tea that just boosts your metabolism. So for the core products, that's the products they've got that really just get you to maintain your...
And definitely the client must be doing gym or exercise beside that.
So what they say, interestingly enough, exercise is important. And I know of so many people that exercise their lives away and never manage their weight because they're not managing the cravings and what they're eating. So exercise is always important for your mind and your well-being, your physical well-being.
It doesn't matter taking herbal or any medications. It doesn't matter, but exercise is always be there.
It's important, but what they do say is 80% diet, 20% exercise.
Okay.
So if you get your nutrition right plus exercise, you will be very healthy and very fit.
Is it completely herbal and naturals? It doesn't have any side effect?
Yeah, it's completely natural. So they've got something called from seed to feed. So Herbalife actually manufactures, or rather, sorry, produces or farms their own ingredients. They can literally trace the ingredients. They've produced them wherever the ingredients grow perfectly well in the world, for example. So aloe, I think they produce in Mexico. But that's just to say it's completely natural, no additives, chemicals, and that is why the product is really good. Okay,
the client will hold of you by your website, right?
100%. I've got a website that links to the Herbalife products, and then I've also got a Facebook page called Bodygenics, and they can contact me there as well.
Thank you so much. All right, dear viewers, on behalf of Tracey, I would like to put in my video descriptions is her website address and Facebook fan page link as well. So you guys, if you need to become fit and healthy, if you have any inquiry about that product, you can always visit that website. All right, I'm also put Nandi's Instagram business profile in description box. If you guys need any product that you like to buy, you can feel free to visit that link. Thank you. So now we are almost the last stage of programs, and now I would like to go to Nandi. Nandi, what advice do you have for the young generations as a business lady? How they can start up and what they should do instead of complaining?
My advice to our fellow brothers and sisters out there: find your passion. Don't think about what people are going to say and what people are going to think. Just focus about what you want to achieve. And like Tracey said, you can just start small and then build from there. And then just don't think too much about what other people are going to say. Just enjoy what you're doing. It doesn't have to be so big. You don't have to have a shop. You don't have to have all these expenses first. You can just start small, have a passion, and just enjoy what you're doing. That's the whole point, is that you need to find something that you love to do and enjoy doing, so that you can do it at any time. You can wake up at 6 and do it. You can sleep at 10:30 and you're still doing it. That's my advice for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Nandi. The same question goes to Tracey. We need, because the world is based on young generations. The youth is power. The youth is future. So if youth is break down, the nation will break down. So Tracey, say something to our fellow brothers and sisters who is youngsters. What's your experiences saying to advise them, please?
100%. So I've actually got two sons. I've got an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old, and they love these online gaming. And I know parents try to stop them from doing it or not doing it too much. But what I do want to encourage is that is where the opportunities, not just gaming, but that's where the opportunities are going to be going forward. So as parents, we shouldn't be small-minded about technology with our children. We should allow them to explore, obviously within the safety parameters that's required.
Course, yeah.
But don't snub your children, or rather mock them if they've got an idea that's different. Because our generation is very different to this generation.
Very talented too.
Open your mind to what your kids are saying, and don't stop them before you've given them the chance, unless obviously it's dangerous.
Of course.
So
about protective.
This for me would be let the youth explore.
Yeah. So you mean that? You mean, Tracey, to let them explore, let them freedom, but it must be limited, it must under control.
Exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, I also would just like to mention about the adult youngsters, and also to Nandi's point, don't limit yourself by having a specific idea, this is how it should be, and now it's not working for you, and give up. Think out of the box, think big, dream big, but remember, in order to get where you've got to go, you don't just arrive there, you've got to work at it, you've got to start small, and take any little thing you've got and invest it and work at it, and it will grow. And the other thing I really, really believe in, I think I started with this, is envisioning, having a dream. And I think Albert Einstein has a saying, or he's mentioned something about, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hands.
That's right.
Dream big and go for it.
Okay, so thank you very much for your nice advice to the youngsters. So basically, we are conversations to encourage our young brothers and sisters out there. So I hope you guys understood what we're trying to say in whole conversations. All right, so finally, I would like to talk to our youngsters out there. Please, invest, it doesn't matter. All you need to do it is your determinations and your ambitions and what you want to be in your life. Even though you have $100, that $100 you can buy a packet of potatoes, and that you can put it 2 pieces in ice plastic and sell it on the road. That is called a small startup. So it doesn't need a big investor. Like Tracey is also doing a corporate job holder, and from there she also become a business woman because she have that determinations and that ambitions. That's why she managed to do that. So we all need to think better and stop complaining. Complaining is not a solution. Create our own job, make ourselves with dignity, with personality. And another thing, that there is no job, people taking our job. Actually, my dear brothers and sisters, no one can taking anyone's jobs. Am I right?
Yes.
No one can taking anyone's jobs. We have to create our own jobs. We have to go for it, look for it. No one can come and knock my door. There is job for you. I must go to knock the opportunity and get it. Yes. So please, go out, try your best, and make your own things. I'm not saying that you cannot be a job holder. You can. But according to me, if you are 20 to 25 years old, your job holder is perfect. But if you are 25 years old above, you must have your own things. According is that situation of technology. In future, if you're not doing anything yourself, it will be very difficult. So I hope you guys understood, and especially I would give thanks to Tracey to join me and Nandi for your all productivity and quality talk to us, which is really bring us a lot of informative and inspire others. Thank you so much to having our show.
You're welcome.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
It's nice to be here. Thank you.
All right, my dear viewers, we shall see again with another topics in another time. Till then, keep well. May God bless us all. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.